Dude, you want to know what totally fucked me up, bro?
What?
When I was working for Aramark, the district in Vegas was like rank 500 in the country. They put me there after a year and a half. We're ranked 38 in the entire country. The vice president of operations and my general manager come out, visit me.
Yeah.
They're excited. They're happy. And man, dude, I just remember him saying, I was able to get you a 1% raise, man. What do you think? And I look at him and I'm like, for real?
Wow.
Yeah, imagine that, bro.
What is your biggest fear in your business?
Ruining a relationship over something that's out of my control.
Trump or Biden?
Come on, man. What do you think, bro? What do you think I'm gonna say?
Oh, you look like a Biden guy to me.
No. Trump.
Trump all day.
Trump, bro.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another episode of So What's Your Goal? I'm your host, Travis Otto, and today we're coming to you live from my studio out here in Las Vegas. And you guys are going to want to pay attention to this podcast because we have another real estate investor in here, or he wasn't always a real estate investor, but he's turned a real estate investor and he's doing extremely well for himself. So you're going to want to pay attention if you're interested in real estate. But we've also been getting a lot of new listeners, a lot of new viewers lately. So if you guys are new, you're going to want to stick through to the end because I can assure you that you're going to learn something that's going to improve your life in at least one of three categories, either your health, your relationships, or your money, or hopefully all three of them. But most importantly, we're going to inspire you guys to take action. So with no further ado, we have Mr. Angel Flores here. I said that right?
Yes, sir. What's
Angel
up,
Flores.
man?
He's hailing from Pomona, California, and he's revolutionizing the real estate game. I'm interested to hear about that. But you started off as a district manager for Aramark.
Aramark.
Or Aramark?
Yeah.
Aramark. I said the wrong thing. Aramark. What's Aramark?
It's like a uniform service, man. If you've ever been to like a restaurant and you see how they fold up the forks and the knives and napkins, it's literally like a linen business.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was brought to Vegas as a district manager at 24 years old.
From California?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So how long have you been with the company before you got promoted to district manager?
About a year.
Oh, so you must have been
1 year.
They must have saw this dude's got potential, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was killing it, dude.
How do you kill it in the linens business?
Well,
I don't know anything about it.
There's two things, man. Number one, you do your job well.
Yeah.
And number two, you got to play the politics, bro.
There's politics in clothes or in napkins. I don't know anything about this.
I mean, well,
I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm just
what it is
curious.
You have to get along with the higher ups and upper management because then they're going to want to bring you up with them.
Gotcha.
I was close to the guy who got me in.
Yeah.
He ended up getting a promotion and he had to find someone to take his place.
Oh, okay.
And so he's like, hey, man, I want you to interview with my boss for this spot. So I did.
Yeah.
And I got there within like 6 months.
Okay.
And then shortly after that, Vegas was a struggling market. And we were ranked like last in the country. And they're like, we need someone to go out to Vegas and turn that district around.
Yeah.
And all eyes pointed at me, all fingers pointed at me. And they're like,
send him.
And they're like, hey, man, we could send the new guy and try him out.
Yeah.
And that's how that happened.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's what moved you out to Vegas.
Yep.
So were you making good money doing that?
Dude, I mean, I was probably about 80,000 a year, which now it's like, I kind of look back at it and I'm like, damn, I don't think I would ever go back to that.
Hell no.
Dude, because I had to report numbers on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Constantly get chewed out. I had to go to Orange County, to Huntington Beach to do a district overall review. I had to get chewed out by everyone in corporate. I mean, they had their foot on my neck, dude, for 80,000 a year.
They owned your ass for 80 grand a year.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Absolutely, man. I mean, they gave me a car. They gave me a gas card. I had a corporate card for dinners and all that. But, dude, it wasn't worth it, bro.
Yeah.
But 80,000 a year is what I was making.
And
there.
So you did that. How long were you doing that for?
I was in that company for about 4.5 years.
4.5 years.
Yep.
And then then you quit? What happened?
Well, at one point, I pretty much went broke. Do you know what I mean? So it was one of those things where I was just blowing my money, going out to dinners all the time, blowing my money on clothes. I mean, mind you, man, I was
I
started making $80,000 a year at the age of 24.
Yeah.
I thought that was a lot.
So yeah, I think we were in similar positions at that age. I was doing about that at that age.
Yep. And then, dude, I just got fed up with it, man. I mean, upper management was always on my ass, bro. Excuse my language. You know, and again, you know, I went broke, and I'm like, you know, I don't want to continue doing this. So you're living
paycheck to paycheck, making $80,000 a year because you're being a fool. But at the same time, you were enjoying your life, you know.
Yeah, kind of, man. I mean, I was really penny pinching every penny I was spending, dude. Like, I had bought a house, I had 2 car payments, and it was just overwhelming, you know. And you know, finally decided you know, I started reading books, started learning more about real estate. And
so what was the first book that you read that, you know, Think and Grow Rich?
That was the second one.
Second one? The first one. Who Moved My Cheese? I don't know.
No.
Give me.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad, bro.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay, okay. Yeah, real estate, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And the second one was Think and Grow Rich.
Yep.
See, my first one was Think and Grow Rich. And once I read that, I was like, oh, fuck, you can just literally think and grow rich, and you can just like focus in on something and then you just get it. I was like, oh, that's so easy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why it got me the courage to quit and go do my own thing, you know, like where I'm at now. Yeah. And sounds like similar scenario.
Yeah, man, pretty similar, man. From there, you know, I'm like, it took 2 years for me to officially jump out.
Yeah.
I got my license, and then I started doing real estate. I mean, I sold like 1 or 2 houses the first year.
So you were still working for Aramark, doing the thing, and you were selling real estate on the side.
Yep.
Okay.
And I just got fed up with it, man. I started noticing that I built equity in my home. I bought it in 2017, and I started learning about tax laws and everything. And hey, after 2 years, I can sell it and pay no capital gain taxes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. You know, I was fed up with it to the point where I stopped really doing my job, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to sell the house. I'm going to walk away with the proceeds. I'm going to just jump into real estate. Yeah. And that's it.
So were you a millionaire when you sold your house or what?
No, not even close, bro. I probably walked away with like $65K.
Okay.
Right around there. But
so you had possibly 1 year's worth of expenses if you really budgeted.
Exactly. And I think that was kind of the nip in the butt where I'm like, I have to make it work. Yeah. Like there's no failing at this. So I have to give it my all.
So again, your first year, did you make much money?
In real estate?
Yeah.
No.
See, this is a fucking theme. No. So like I've interviewed a lot of people, you know, for this podcast and had them on here. And the theme is like all the people I talk to are mostly entrepreneurs. And I harp on this to everybody. Like, because I'm in sales and it's a tough industry. It's competitive. You know, it's not fucking easy. You're in sales too. Very. But you need to be able to dedicate 1 year of your life to your dreams. And if you can't dedicate 1 year and suffer for 1 fucking year and like not have everything that you're used to having, then you don't want it.
That's facts, bro.
And that's I keep hearing it over and over again. It just reassures my belief that like I'm saying the right things. Like you need 1 year to go all in on yourself. Yeah. And it'll pay dividends for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And see, but what happens is a lot of people, you know, I know several guys, I'm not going to say no names, but I know several people that have the itch and urge to go do their own thing. Yeah. But they're stuck in a job, right?
Are they really stuck?
And I mean, I don't know. I think no.
The only way
but they think yes because of the way their mind is built, right? They say they don't have enough savings. They say they don't have this and that. I'm like, dude, you got 24 hours in a day, bro. You could work your 9 to 5, and then you can work whatever it is you want to do on the side for 4 or 6 hours.
Yeah, a day.
I'm like, and then build it up.
Yeah.
You know, but some people don't want to do that. They want to, after 9 to 5, once it hits 5 o'clock, they want to clock out. Yeah. It's like, hey, dude, that's your fault.
Yeah. No. You know? And they don't want to work weekends and they want to go do the same shit that they're doing. Because there's 2 different lifestyles. Like there's the 9 to 5 lifestyle and then there's the entrepreneur lifestyle. Yep. And they're both easy and hard at the same time.
Absolutely.
Like it's really hard to show up 5 days a week, get up when you don't want to get up and go work for somebody and make the same paycheck and not really have any true control over your salary. Exactly. I think that's fucking hard. And I did that for a long time. And I thought, you know, I bought into, oh, you're going to get more. You're going to get, if you do this, maybe something will happen good to you. Nothing ever did. No. And so that's when I was like, all right, I need to put myself in control and, you know, just fuck it.
Dude, you want to know what totally fucked me up, bro?
What?
I'm going to tell you. When I was working for Aramark, the district in Vegas was like rank 500 in the country.
Yeah.
Of all the districts in the country.
Yep.
They put me there after a year and a half. We're ranked 38 in the entire country. Okay. So literally, bro, top 50 district, right? So the vice president of operations and my general manager come out, visit me.
Yeah.
They're excited. They're happy. You know, it's growing. It all started as a depot here in Vegas. It still is.
Yeah.
And it's not a big old facility or warehouse where everything is serviced indoors, right? All shipments came from Riverside. So, dude, I went through so many obstacles. And, man, dude, I just remember him saying, hey, look, buddy, thank you for all your hard work. I was able to talk to upper management and HR. I was able to get you a 1% raise, man. What do you think? And I look at him and I'm like, for real? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Right at that moment, dude, I was just clocked out.
Yeah.
I was already clocked out. I didn't even care.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where it's like, dude, like, I can't do this. I got no control of my life. Yeah. I'm not at the steering wheel.
A 1% raise. You bust ass, you get to 34 in the nation.
Yes.
And you get a 1% raise.
1% raise, bro.
That's underappreciated.
Yeah.
Way underappreciated.
If you really think about it, man, 1% of 80,000, dude.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Dude, 10% of 80,000 is $8,000, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you got 800
bucks.
Yeah. That's not even like what was 800 divided by 12 was 80, like $100 a month ish, less than that.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine that, bro.
Yeah, that's a slap in the face. I'd be fucking pissed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yep. So
so obviously you have what it takes to, grow, businesses or at least turn them around.
Yep.
Yep. So you quit, you saved up. Well, you didn't really save up. You bought a house and you were able to sell it and go all in on yourself.
Yep.
And decided to get into real estate. So where are you today? Let's see. What do you do in real estate today?
I mean, I do it all, man. I mean, it's flips, right? I'm getting ready to buy a rental property.
Yeah.
Which is something I need to put more focus on, by the way. And I have a team of realtors, so, I started off doing, my best year when I first started was like 12 deals. Now I'm selling, this year I'm projected to hit 60 houses as sales. And then flips, I'm projected to do, 15.
Okay.
Right. Which is, it's not so crazy of a number, but hey, to me, I that's still a lot of progress from where I used to be.
Well, I think 12 to 75 is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's definitely, man. It was a ride, bro. It was a ride. A lot of relationships, a lot of sleepless nights, man. There are times I wake up in the morning or I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm thinking, oh man, I forgot to contact this client.
Yeah.
I forgot to follow up with them today.
Yeah.
Right. It happens to the best of us, man, know, but yeah, it was tough, dude.
Well, you're not over. You got a long way to go, bro, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, absolutely, man.
And you have bigger goals, right? Than 75 houses. It's like, so, I mean, your first year you did 12, and now how many years later is this?
I'd say about 3.5 years.
So 3.5 years, you're projected to do 75 houses in total, between
Correct.
all your different verticals.
Yep.
How the hell did you go? How'd you do that? Do you have mentors or what? Who taught you all this shit?
I had a very good friend of mine, which is a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah.
So when I quit and officially jumped in, I was doing some traditional deals. I knew a little bit about wholesaling.
Yeah.
I met Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob Anderson. We shout out to Jacob. We met at his office every single day. He taught me the way he finds deals, and he taught me how to sell those deals.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he does it is different, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to admit 100%. I don't think anyone in town does it better than him.
Then don't say it. Don't give away his secrets. If you guys want to know Jacob's secrets, go hit him up.
Nah, man. I'm not going to say anything. But I met him. So while I was building up my retail pipeline for traditional sales, helping families and all that.
Yeah.
I was looking for deals, and I started looking for investors. And one day, dude, I'd say this was my very first investor. Put a post up on Craigslist, met him. First day I met him, I was like, man, he's not buying it. Right? I thought he was just wasting my time, man. Next 5 deals or 3 deals that me and Jacob had, bam, he bought him cash.
The guy off Craigslist?
Yeah. Yeah. Bought him cash, dude. You wouldn't even imagine. He's still my business partner until this day.
Yeah.
My mentor. He's the one who taught me how to flip houses.
Yeah.
But while I was doing all of that, while I was working with Jacob, while I was working for free, managing these projects for this man, I was still doing traditional real estate, helping families out.
Yeah.
And then eventually, man, it just started growing. Pipeline just started growing.
Yeah, you just keep on. Well, I think if you just keep on doing what you say you're going to be doing, and you just like are
exactly,
you start to become to be known for
exactly
just quality.
Exactly, man. Yeah, and it was really just a consistency, bro.
Yeah.
My name started popping up places. People started knowing a little more about me.
You said something to me that I still think about. You said you have like a really good ability to just connect with people and build trust quickly.
Yes.
How do you do that? Dude,
honestly, I still ask myself that question, bro. But you know what it is too, man? It could be that, there's certain people out there, man, that are going to tell you something to their own benefit, right? Me, if I feel that you don't need my help and you can go do it on your own and you're probably better off doing it on your own and you'll get a better deal doing it on your own,
sure,
I'll tell you straight up, right? I'm not going to sit there and say, no, hey, you have to use me because I need a commission check. That's what I'm thinking in the back of my head. Or I need to make money off of you. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But it's just the conversations we have, man. And, sometimes I actually spend the time to explain things to people, right? And I actually listen to them. Some people don't listen, bro. Some people are gonna talk your ears out, and they won't be able to repeat what that person said.
Yeah,
I'll repeat the whole thing, bro.
Yeah, you pay attention, you listen.
I pay attention.
You make people feel heard, which is really important in relationship building. It's a two-way street, and some people are just very like, hey, here's everything I want, and then they tune out.
Dude, for example, in sales, right? I meet someone over the phone, they're venting to me about their current situation. And I'm having a conversation with them, dude. It could be one person. I'm on the phone with them for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Literally first time we ever made contact. And they just hit me with I really like you. I want to use you. I feel like you listen to me. I feel that you listen to all my needs. Right? And then obviously, once you're done with that, man, you got to follow up. You got to go through with what you promised them.
Yeah.
People like that, man. They don't care about how many houses you sold. They want to know that they feel comfortable doing business and that you're going to take good care of them, man. Yeah. That's what people care about.
That's true. No, because I hate when I'm telling somebody something and I can tell that they're not listening. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And once you feel that, then you just go, okay, this person doesn't really give a shit. Yeah. I'm wasting my breath. And
for sure.
They don't care about the relationship with me. They don't care about a business relationship with me. They're just, maybe out of politeness listening, or they only are so absorbed in themselves that, they'll tolerate whatever you have to say, but it's mainly they want you to do something for them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a lot of people like that. So yeah, I think you said it really well, where this is how you connect with people is by listening more than you're talking, and just listening to truly what they want and how you can help them. And then by, doing what's best for them, not what's best for you.
Exactly.
That's how you do it right there.
Yeah,
we broke it down.
And that makes them feel protected. That makes them feel that, okay, I can trust this guy. Yeah. Right? Because, dude, there's certain people, man, they have such a negative perspective on realtors or even investors. Right?
Oh,
Much more investors, man.
Yeah.
And they're skeptical. Always skeptical. They're always questioning what comes out your mouth, no matter what.
Yeah.
But if you start to make them feel comfortable, man, their shield comes down. And then that's when they start to, hey, yeah, I want to do business with you.
Yeah.
So I think I'm very good at that, man. I think I'm very good at making people feel comfortable to tell me what it is that they need. And I always come through.
Yeah. You do what you say you're going to do.
Yep.
That's pretty dope, man.
Yep.
So now you're doing real estate. When you talked about your bio, you also mentioned that you're a single dad, 2 kids, doing all this shit too.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes, bro.
I can't imagine that.
Was
it a bad relationship with you and your wife, or how'd that happen? Or ex? I don't even know, baby mama. I'll say baby mama.
You know what, man? I was with her for 10 years.
No shit.
Yeah. I was, I was 18 years old? Mm-hmm. I was with her up until I was 28, going on 29. Mm-hmm. I had my son when I was 20, going on 21. Mm-hmm. And, I was young.
You grew up quick, though, man. The kids will do that to you, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, I was out in the streets, bro. When I was 19, 20, doing whatever.
Hood rat shit,
bro. Yep. I mean, I could tell you so many stories, bro. And yeah, dude, I was just young.
And so one day. Well, where'd you grow up?
In San Bernardino. So I lived in San Bernardino. Mm-hmm. I lived in Compton. I've also lived in East LA. So I grew up in some pretty rough neighborhoods, bro. Yeah. I lived in pretty rough areas, bro.
So how'd you not get sucked into all that, or did you?
I did for a little bit, yeah.
Like what kind of shit were you doing?
In high school? I mean, fights. It's weird because it still happens nowadays, but I feel like out there where I'm from is you build up your reputation by people being afraid of you and being intimidated
rolling out of fear
by you.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't show no fear out there or they'll pick on you. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And I would say, man, since I was 9, 10 years old, people tried picking on me.
Yeah.
Finally, I just said, fuck this. Started defending myself. Then you start getting into high school. People start messing with you. So then you start seeking protection. So you start joining crews and all that stuff, right? Yeah. And that's...
So you were in a gang?
Somewhat.
A little gang?
Yeah, somewhat, man. I was in a party crew. I was in... I was in a little gang out there, man. And
yeah.
I mean, yeah, we did a lot of bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
A lot. Drugs at a young age, dude. I mean,
yeah.
I'll probably say, man, I popped my first ecstasy pill when I was 14 years old, bro.
What the fuck?
Kid you not.
Wow.
Yep. I started selling it in high school, my freshman year. I mean, bro.
You've lived a life, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then when I had my son, that's when everything, I'm just like, I got to stop doing this. I probably faced 2 occasions where I could have probably died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, once I had my son, I was like, I got to stop this.
Well, I got to ask you, how did you almost die?
Getting shot at.
Getting shot at?
Yeah. But it wasn't me. I wasn't the target. One of the guys that I was with was the target.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything about it because I was in an area, in a territory I knew nothing about. Mm-hmm. And there were some people from LA.
Yeah.
When I lived in Compton, I used to hang out in my neighborhood, and we went to a party in Orange County, and they beefed it with somebody, and yeah, it got pretty ugly, bro.
Shit.
It got pretty ugly. We took off, and next thing you know, you hear people shooting at you. Dude, I swear to you, bro, as I was running, I felt like a whiff go right by my ear.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a bullet, bro.
Yeah.
For sure, that was a bullet.
Well, good thing you got out of that crowd.
No,
you wouldn't be
yeah, exactly.
Today, probably
dude.
Stayed there. You'd be in jail or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, see, man, kind of look back at it, my mom, my biological mom was in a gang. My dad was in a gang.
Really?
Yeah. My grandma raised me and my brothers, but that's what my family was on that side. Just my mom and my dad. My dad's side, those guys were all gang affiliated.
Like cartel and shit?
Nah, more like just essays.
Just essays?
But that still has a lot to do with that too, All the orders come from the South.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
So yeah, it's I've been through some shit, bro.
All right, that's insightful. I didn't know all that shit about you, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's
cool. And then I had my son, and that was it, bro. I got my life together.
And after that, all right. Yep. So now we went on that deep sidetrack. So that was a crazy story. So what happened with you and the baby mama? I mean, you come from a broken household. Yep. Sounds like I come from a broken household, and the last thing I want to do is put my kids through a broken household. And I'm curious, like, if you have any life lessons from that. I was
just messing around, bro.
Just being a fuckboy.
I was bro. I was kind of in my prime. Everywhere I went, girls were looking at me, bro. I wanted to go holler at them.
You got the gold chain on,
stuff like that, bro. And I'm like, you know what? I started kind of doing shit behind her back. Mm-hmm. And she knew about it. She found out about certain occasions. I think she just got fed up with it, bro. one day I was showing houses, and this was when I was trying to make things right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was showing houses, and she hits me with the, "Hey, I'm gonna take hey, you can take the kids." Let me back up. One day, this was around COVID time. Okay, so the kids were with me. She was at work, right?
Yeah.
Because of my schedule and because I could be at home, the kids are with me doing their schoolwork and all that. She takes a day off, and she says, "Hey, you could just leave the kids with me. You can go show the houses." I was like, "Great, absolutely,
Yeah,
heck yeah,
thank you."
While I'm in the middle of showing the houses, bro, she calls me up and says, "I unenrolled Isaac, which is my son. I took him out of school. We're going to Cali. I'm putting you on child support." Literally, bro. That's what happened. That's what happened. But she was talking to someone that she was with back in the day.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. But again, it's...
I mean, it sounds like she had a right to leave.
Yeah. I'm not mad at her, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not upset.
You regret how things went down? Would you do things differently knowing what you know now? Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And any of my boys that are out there and they have a family and they have a kid,
yeah,
dude, do shit right. If not, man, don't waste her time. Don't waste your child's time. Because my kids to this day are hurt about that. Yeah. So
I know what it's like. I was one of those kids.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. And it affects them throughout life, man, because they're being raised by other people. So hey, do it right. Yeah. That's all I got to say, man.
So do you have custody of your kids right now?
I do.
So how did it flip from she left to Cali to you got the kids back?
So it was a whole process, bro. I ended up hiring an attorney, and I told him I want my kids. I want my fatherhood.
Yeah.
I kept asking her to come back. Hey, we don't have to be together, but come back.
Yeah.
She didn't want to. There was a guy that she was with. I already knew because I knew how she is, bro. She's not the way that she was acting with me. Like, that was totally odd. I know that this guy had somewhat to do with the decisions that she was making.
Sure.
Yeah, dude, we went through custody battle for about a year. And finally, this is crazy, by the way. April 15th came along. Okay. I was in Cabo, Mexico with my girlfriend. And she was in labor with another child.
Wait, okay. Your ex?
My ex.
Okay, she was in
labor. The mother of my kids.
Yeah.
She was in labor. And that was the day of our final court date. She didn't file to get excused that day. So court still went on. She didn't show up because she was in labor, literally in the middle of labor.
Yeah.
And voila, bam, hey, she didn't show up. All right, well, this is easy. You have control. You have custody of your kids.
Wow.
And she'll see them every other weekend.
Damn.
And that's how that went down.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was she pissed?
Oh, absolutely. She was pissed.
How do the kids feel, most importantly?
They love their mom, man.
Are they happy that they're with you because they live out here in Vegas with you? Or you send them back and forth?
Well, our whole family's out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think if they had to choose, they would want me to go back to Cali.
Yeah.
Because they love their mom, man. She's a sweet woman, dude.
Sure.
And she's good to them. It's just, hey, those are the cards that we were dealt with. I think that they are happy, but they would rather be closer to the rest of their family.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking. Because everyone else is nice to them, bro. So when they're out here with me, I'm the one that disciplines them.
Yeah, bad dad,
Yeah, it's good cop, bad cop, right? I'm the bad cop. The mom is a good cop.
Yeah.
And
every time you go see mom, it's fun.
Absolutely, bro. Every other weekend, they go see their mom.
Yeah.
They do whatever they want. They could do whatever they want. They have fun.
That's tough because Well, I don't know. Make sure you do fun stuff with your kids. I'm sure you do.
I do.
I'm sure you do.
I do, man.
Make them know it's fun to be with dad too.
Yeah. Yeah,
know?
no.
Dad's going to teach you some life lessons.
Yeah, they know what's up, man. It's just, I can't do that all the time, especially when they need a little disciplining.
Yeah.
That's
crazy. See, I always it's weird because I can really resonate with the kids on this. Because my parents, we all moved out here to Vegas as a family. Okay. My dad ended up cheating, drinking, alcoholic. He's been in and out of jail his entire life.
Damn.
He's 60 some years old. He just got out of prison after 2 years.
Damn.
He can't figure his shit out. I don't know. And after they got a divorce, my dad said, look, I'm going to Florida. I'm moving back, to where we came from. He's like, you guys can come with. And I was like, I don't want to go with you, Dad. It's just not what I want to go do. And he said he was leaving because my mom drove him away. I couldn't be next to your mom. That's what he always told me. And I don't know. I always feel if you wanted to be with your kids, you would be with your kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what. And maybe it's, as a kid, I would think Mom, why don't you move to Vegas, or Dad, why don't you move to Cali so we all can be close to each other?
Yeah.
That's how, as a kid's point of view, I would probably feel.
No, you have a great point.
Because that's how I felt. And I was like, dude, if you want to be with me, you'd fucking be with me. I'm 10 years old. I can't really do anything. Yeah. And then, once I get older, it's still the same thing. Move down here, come be with me. I was like, no, I got a whole life here.
Yeah.
You've been gone now for 5-10 years, and it's I'm not coming.
And you know what? It's similar situation because the kids feel that way about their mom. Hey, you only live 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Why don't you just move up here?
Yeah.
But she's tied down with that kid, the baby down there, now with the other dude. So she's like, conflicted. I can't.
That's tough.
Because they're not together no more either. So it's
wait, her and her dad, baby daddy, is on.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't know, dude. It's tough. I just think about the kid's point of view because that's the point of view I know best. I don't know what it's like to be in your shoes. That's the important one,
man. I mean, these kids are grown up, man, and
how old are they now?
My son will be 12. Okay. My daughter will be 8.
But you guys split up at what? They were 8 and 4. How old are you?
Actually, going back 5 years. So he was on 6, going on 7, and my daughter was 3. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Those are some important years, man.
Mm-hmm. That's tough. Well, hopefully they don't have this. I don't know. It's just hopefully they turn out fine. I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm fine. It's just you're a little bit jaded about certain topics, certain things.
Sure.
Yeah. And trust and marriage and being super, super selective with your partner. And,
I think that's the hardest part, bro.
Yeah.
Is after that, you're with someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. That's a fucking nightmare, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking nightmare. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was tough. We got deep on that one. But I don't know. I was very curious to hear your story and how that shit went down because I've been through that shit. In different point of view.
Yeah, man. It was a tough phase in my life, bro. But I think now I've got a routine.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got a routine, man. They got a routine, and right now it's just figuring out a way to find more time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, because I work 7 days a week, pretty much. Yeah. I'm up extremely early.
Yeah.
Sometimes 4 a.m., but at least by 6. I'm out of bed minimum by 6, and I go to bed, by 10. And then 7 days a week. I don't know. All I do is eat, sleep, and work, repeat, which is the life of an entrepreneur, but it's on my own terms. If I want to go on vacation, I can go on vacation, I can go do whatever I want to do. I have the freedom.
Yeah. Dude, let me ask you a question, man.
Sure.
What's your biggest fear?
Oh, I was going to ask you that one. My biggest fear about what?
Just life.
Just life? Oh, fuck. I have a lot,
but what's your number one, bro? I'll tell you mine after.
My number one. Okay. I have to prepare myself to say this answer.
Yeah.
My number one biggest fear would be losing my wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I have to prepare myself to say that one because it's super hard to think about.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's your backbone, man. Your wife is your backbone, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
No, it'll be, and my wife is in the medical field. I don't know if I told you that. But yeah, she's in the medical field. And so every single day she comes home and she debriefs me on her horrible day. And all the poor bastards that she saw die in the hospital, get fucked up. Like she called me today at lunch, and she this is how numb she is to this shit because she has to be. So she's like, hey, we just got a trauma patient in, a gunshot to the head. And she's like, I'm going down to the ER to go see him. I'm like, oh, fuck. Mm-hmm. And then she texts me right after that. She's like, actually, wait, the patient died, or he's brain dead. So I'm going to go eat lunch now. Just like that casual.
Damn.
Like she has to be so numb to these things. And so I think of,
wow,
all these things that I just like, fuck, like I'm so fucking lucky to be here. I'm not this poor bastard. She tells me about, diet, exercise. She's in the operating room, right? And she's seeing all these surgeries, most of which are preventable. Like 90% of them are preventable because all you have to do is take care of yourselves, exercise, pay attention to your blood work and all that kind of shit.
It's a big eye opener, man. For sure.
And so I hear about all these poor bastards every single day. And so then I think of like, fuck, there's so many things that could go wrong. If what happens to her, what happens to me? And that's my biggest fear.
Damn.
Because I hear about people every single day. That's why I feel so fucking lucky too. It's kind of a blessing and a curse to have someone in the medical field because you hear about all the bad things that could happen to you. Yep. And then you also wake up every single day and you feel so fucking lucky. Like fuck, like my life is good.
Damn, no, man. I mean, that's deep, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what about you? What's your biggest fear?
So this kind of ties into what you were saying earlier today. You wake up early, and technically you sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
We all do, right? Dude, my biggest fear, man, is growing old and being a burden, right? Growing old and not having an income. Dude, I can't tell you, man. I've seen so many people in their 70s.
Yeah.
60s, 70s, working, bro.
Yeah.
Working. And you can tell that they're miserable. They're not gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Right? But what happened is they got stuck in a 9-to-5 where they started their life late. Yep. Or let's say maybe some women, bro, right? They were with the man and that guy was taking care of everything for them and then they split up and then now they're left with nothing.
Or he died.
Yeah. And guess what? He had no life insurance.
Yep.
Or he had nothing set up, right? Mm-hmm. My biggest fear is that, bro. And that's why I always tell, people I love, my brothers, everybody, like my boys, like, hey, man, sacrifice now that you can because you're young.
Yep.
And you've got the energy. And more importantly, bro, people want to work with younger people. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. It's the energy, bro. And make the sacrifice now so that when you're 40, 50, you could go on vacations. You can spend time with your grandkids, with your kids. You can go be with your friends, hobbies, all that stuff, man. But I think that's my biggest fear, man, because, dude, when you get older, man, your health starts to tank. You can't do everything you can now. Mm-hmm. And if you don't set yourself up, you're just gonna hate life. Mm-hmm. You're just gonna hate it. Like, dude, going to a 9-to-5 and you're 75 years old or 70 years old because you can't retire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's one thing,
dude. Yeah, and then not only that, but you don't want to be a burden to your kids either. Yeah, they got their own lives, right? They want to go and do their own thing, and man, I've seen certain cases where, the offspring don't really care much about taking care of their parents. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's a cultural thing. It varies from culture to culture.
Yeah,
in my
100%.
In my white people culture, like my parents, I don't think they really expect me to take care of them, but hope that we do. I don't know what they think. I have no idea. I've never asked them. But my mom's always said the same thing. She's like, if I ever become a burden, you just put me in a nursing home or send me off to a cave to die because I don't want to be a burden on you guys. And I was like, oh, we'll take care of you. Don't worry.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But in some cultures, it's very expected. Like, hey, like my wife is like, half Asian, she's half Thai. And like her Asian side of the family is like, you got to take care of us. Like we took care of you, take care of us now. And her dad's white and he doesn't really give a shit. He's like, whatever,
It's like, for what?
It's very different from culture to culture.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I can understand not wanting to be a burden on your kids. Hopefully, it's the other way around. But I don't think you're gonna have that problem, dude. I mean,
nah, but like, you know, that's what kind of just me thinking about that.
Yeah.
Makes me, my 60-year-old self is going to be happy with my 20, 30-year-old self, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I've already made enough good decisions to know I'm gonna be fine for the rest of my life. Yeah.
See?
You know, like,
there you go. But not everyone thinks that way, bro.
That's why I have this podcast, because I like, dude, part of my entrepreneurial journey, and like, I think sometimes I sound like a snob or a brat or whatever, like whatever the fuck you want to call me, like ungrateful. I don't know. Some people say whatever they want to say. But once I quit my job and I understood how the real world can work and how life can be what you make it. Life isn't what you is, it's what you, life is not what it is. Life is what you make it.
Yes.
And I have the ability to make my life how I want to make it.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be difficult to make it how I want to make it, but nonetheless, I have complete control over the direction of my life. And I want people to have control over their lives.
Absolutely.
I want people to have what I have. I want people to, I'm like, dude, like, you want to fucking go to the Bahamas next week and charter a yacht? Like, you want to go, you know, to Dallas, Texas and go to a show? Like, do you want to, you know, fly to New York and have lunch? You want to go to Italy with me next month, me and my wife? Like, I want to have like people around me who can do those things. And so I want to help my friends, you know, be successful. I want everybody I know to be incredibly successful.
Absolutely.
So that way, like, you know, we're all a bunch of millionaires and billionaires and we can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything to say really to people who don't want to talk about that kind of stuff.
you know, and I'll be honest with you, man. This has happened one time where I had a friend of mine, and he says, you know, I start talking about certain things, you know, investments and all that, and you know, he walks into the huddle, right, the little group. You know, I'm having this conversation with a couple friends. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, hey, bro, that's not for us. We're from, you know, we grew up here. That's not for us. Yeah, that's for the rich people." And I'm like, then I can't fuck with you, bro. Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, man, but like, your mentality is so small that I can't surround myself with you.
Yeah, and see, you sound like a fucking douchebag saying that.
I did. Yeah, I did. But and they don't get it. Yeah, it's just, hey, bro, like, I'm sorry, but I want to surround myself with people that are gonna elevate me, and vice versa, and that I can elevate them. Yeah, you know. But in that case, I was just like, dude, the fact that you think that way, man, like, I'm disappointed in you, because you could do anything you want. Yeah, that's what you call as a hater. Those are the haters online. Yeah, when they see social media posts, and like, honestly, I've been a hater at a point in my life where I was just like, bro, these guys are so fucking fake, you know, this, that, everybody's rich. And sometimes I still catch myself being a hater, but only because I think people are full of shit sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Not about the messages that they're saying. I think the messages they're saying is true. I just don't think that they've done the things that they said that they've done. Oh, man, there's a lot of it out there, bro. And I'm not saying I'm the most successful guy in the world, but I'm saying, like, I found a tiny piece of success for myself, and I want people to have what I have, you know? Yeah. And people who don't want that, I don't know what to talk to you about. Like, every time I ask somebody, like, how you doing? How's work going? You got anything big in the works? Like, those are 3 things I always ask people, you know? And a lot of people I talk to don't have anything big in the works. Like, what are you working on? I'm like, oh, you know, just thinking about, you know, redoing the backyard or something like that. Like, I'm just like, like, no, all right. Well, it's good to see you, bro. I'm glad y'all are doing well, you know, shit like that. You know? No, but that's good, though. That's good, though, man, that you want to help. Because I feel the universe is going to take that. Yeah. And you'll get it back tenfold. Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel.
I feel the same way. Like, you help enough people, you'll get help too. Absolutely. And then, I started this podcast because I want to talk to more people who think like I think. So I have the choice. I get to choose who comes and who I talk to, and people who are hustlers and shakers. And hopefully I can learn something from you. You can learn something from me. And, you know, we can build a relationship that lasts, you know, for years. And that way we always got a boy wherever, you know, like, hey, I'm be in Florida, you can be in Vegas. Like, you need something, you let me know. I got a deal here. I got an opportunity there. You know, I'm in trouble. Can you get me out of jail? You know, that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Like, I'll be seeing you, man, when you move to Florida. I'll be out there, bro. Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah. I love Florida too, dude. I love beaches and sunsets. I just how you like beaches too. Yep. Yep. So you gonna stay in Vegas your whole life or what?
No. I'm actually right now I'm in the I just got back from Tulum about a month ago. Oh yeah. and I was getting ready to buy a villa out there. Yeah,
that's cool.
New construction villa. But then, at the end, I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's a little too pricey, and they wanted cash. You can't finance a pre-sale home out there. Yeah. So, I ended up taking a step back. I'm about to jump back in because I started finding some that I'm able to finance. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna shoot for that. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna shoot for that, man. I'm gonna buy a villa in Tulum. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not sure if you've heard, man, but they just opened up a brand new airport.
No, out there. I've never been down to Tulum. I've been to Cancun, dude. And Playa del Carmen, but that's it.
It's fucking beautiful, bro.
Yeah,
it's like straight jungle vibes.
I love that. Yeah, I love tropical. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, bro. It's great, man. You should definitely go out there.
Well, one day I'll take my yacht from Florida and I'll come see you in Tulum.
There you go. Yeah, man. But that's in the works, man. I'm gonna buy a spot out there. Yeah. I'm hoping within the next 5 years. I mean, who knows, man? The country may or may not. Who knows what's gonna happen, bro? Right? Mm-hmm. I'll have a plan B.
You have a plan B?
I'll have a plan B. I'll just run to Mexico. Go out that way, bro.
Yeah. Go hang out on the beach. Yep. That's what I always say. Like if the shit hits the fan, I'm going to the Bahamas. There's plenty of islands out there. There's like 1,500 islands. Yeah. I'll find one.
Dude, the beach is my calling, bro. You want to know how I know that? How? As a kid, bro, I would always draw beaches and palm trees. Mm-hmm. Always. Like I'll be bored, blank piece of paper, man. I'll just draw palm trees, bro.
I used to draw sharks. My very first drawing was a shark.
Oh, man.
And I remember like other kids saw me draw a shark and like, oh, can you draw one on my paper? And so then I draw them a shark too.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
It was like first grade. That's some of my first memories, Yep. Yeah. So I love the ocean. It gives for me, like when I'm by the beach, when I'm in the ocean, when I'm looking at water, like I'm at peace.
Absolutely.
Like you just feel tranquil. Yeah. Are you sunrise or sunset?
I'm a sunrise guy, bro.
You're a sunrise guy? I'm a sunset guy.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely sunrise. Like, I like to be up early.
I like to be up early, but I feel like I like getting up early when it's still dark out.
Okay.
And then, like, when the sun comes up, I'm like, all right, it changes the dynamics of everything. Yeah. And when the sun goes down, it's, like, nice and peaceful.
It is. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I'm slow to wake up in the mornings, But I'm training myself right now. I've been doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups every single day. Like, okay. I'm trying to like do what Brad Lee says, rack up the wins. And so if I get those done, then at least I did something good for my health today. If nothing else fails, I got one good thing done.
There you go.
And just like little things that keep you motivated and keep you going and think that you're on the right direction. But anyway, I've been doing them at nighttime and it gets me wound up before I go to bed. So like, I'm going to start doing them in the morning. Try to become more of a morning person. So
okay. Yep. I've
never been a morning person, but ever since I quit my 9 to 5, I've become a lot more of a morning person.
I feel the peace that we get in the morning, bro, it can go both ways, late at night or in the morning, but I feel like the morning, that's just more you time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like when I'm back home and I get up early, which is like between 4 and 5, I'll go for a walk and like there's no cars out, there's no people out. Mm-hmm. It's quiet, it's dark.
Oh, yeah.
And the sun starts to come up and then I go, it's like, all right, people are going to start coming out.
Yeah.
I like to be nice and quiet, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So.
Yeah, man.
That's cool. Well, I hope you get your beach house. I'm sure you will.
I will, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
I will, man.
It's in the cards.
It'll happen.
So I got probably one more question for you here.
Yeah, bro, hit me.
So when I'm going to ask you this question about business because I'm trying to ask you 2 more questions. The first one's going to be about business. Second one will be about something else.
Okay.
But for business, what is your biggest fear in your business? What makes you go, oh, fuck. Like, if that happens, fuck. Or if this happens, fuck. Or if we can't put these things together, fuck. Or, like, there's something coming at you. Do you fear anything?
Man.
It doesn't have to be terrifying fear, but, it's just, like, something you worry about.
See, I mean, so I know pretty much, like, my skills to build relationships is great. Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm not worried about the aspect of like pipeline of like clients or anything like that, or even investors. But I would say, man, it's just ruining a relationship over something that's out of my control. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, for example, man, and here I'll tell you, man, like, I'll bring up my investor, for instance, right? Let's say he puts up some money with me, right? We go in on a project together, market turns, right? And now we're both shit out of luck. Yeah. Now we lost all the money we put into it. And he cuts me off. He doesn't want to do no more business because of that one property, bro. Because, dude, we're in a market, man, where it's like, hey, yeah, like we're playing defense at the same time while we're out buying properties, right? But you still never know what's gonna happen, dude. Yeah. Like the market can take a shit tomorrow. Yeah. And no matter how large the margin is, right? You can still be negative, bro. You know? And that can happen on several properties. And then someone's just gonna say, hey, no, I don't want to do business with you no more. Yeah. Right? I would say something like that. That's why I'm extremely careful when I do try to outsource funds, and I'm 100% certain that I can get this property in and out. Yeah. Right. And I look at everything, dude. Curb appeal. I look at the kind of home it is, where it's located in the neighborhood, the area, right? The floor plan. Yeah. And I look at all that stuff, man. But I would say business relationships and losing a business relationship over something that's out of my control, bro. Yeah.
Those are good answers. Yeah. I can understand that entirely.
Because it can happen, bro. It can happen in anything. Yeah. Yeah. It can happen in anything, man. And even if like you're putting money up and they no longer want to, and then they decide that they don't want to do it, or vice versa, you decide you don't want to do it. Now you're left in an island, bro. You're like, damn, I don't want to do business with this guy.
Yeah, that guy gave me a bad deal. I lost a shit ton of money. I definitely can't trust this dude, even if it wasn't your fault. Yeah. But you're still going to feel like it's your fault. Yeah. And he may or may not understand, or she may or may not understand.
Exactly, man. Yeah,
that's tough.
So
that's a valid fear, you know, but it sounds like you're safeguarding yourself and your clients and your investors from, at least you're doing like, dude, like if I'm offering you a deal, it's because I would do the deal myself too. Correct. You know, if I had the money to do this deal, I would do the deal. Yeah. If I wouldn't do it myself, then I wouldn't offer it to you. Yeah. Type thing. So that's good. That's good. I respect that.
Yeah. So I'd say, you know, that because everything else comes with relationships, bro. You know?
Relationships, everything. That's what I was at this conference this whole week, and everyone's got the same product, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone's got the same product.
Exactly.
Pretty much any industry you're in, they're all competitors, you know? It's all the same product. I was like, what makes you special? And then they go tell me all the benefits, all the features. I was like, no, man. Like, what do you guys as people do differently than your competition? Like, because everything's about the relationship. So, you know, like how are you going to help me? Because I've got all the products I need. Okay. How are you going to help me, and how can I help you, and how can we work together and do something that's unique?
There you go.
You know, that's what I think about.
Yeah. And there's another thing that I feel is very important, bro, is when you meet somebody, you have to somehow match their energy, bro. Always have to match their energy, bro. If they're, let's say they're just bundled up with energy, bro. Yeah. You got to be bundled up with energy, bro. You got to get yourself, you have to get excited. You have to talk to them. You know, that's how you start establishing that rapport, like instantly. You know, if they're more like chill, calm down, I think you got to go to that level too. Yeah. You know, and
well, just like in that book, you know, How to Make Friends, or How to Make Friends and Influence Others.
Yep. Yeah.
Think of a dog. Think of a dog. Every time you see a dog, how happy are they to see you? They're ecstatic with joy. You know, like dog, just pretend to be a dog. Yeah. Happy to see somebody. They're always happy. Yeah. You match your energy, you know?
Yeah. Cause imagine, dude, you meet a client, these guys are filled with energy, and you're just like, whatever.
Yeah. I've met people like that.
Yeah. Like, they're not going to want to do business with you, bro.
Yeah. Obviously, this dude doesn't care. You know what's funny? Just side note really quick, thinking about that. So, like, I went down to Miami. I went for the Miami International Boat Show. Yeah. And, like, we were checking out all these yachts. And, like, almost all of the yacht salespeople, like, we're looking at yachts that are, like, between, like, probably $2 million and, like, $100 million. Like we were on yachts like this big.
My gosh.
And most of the salespeople on there, they were total dicks. They were just like, I think it's like, I heard in high-end luxury, like retail, like the worse you treat somebody, like the more the client they feel obliged to just like say, no, I am worth it. I do have the money. I will buy this. And I think they take the same concept. So it's kind of opposite in high-end retail, where if they're not matching energy, they're like nonchalant. You can't afford this anyway. You know, you probably shouldn't look at it.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of like been their attitude.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But last question, and we're going to wrap this thing up. And I'm only asking this because it's going to be a crazy year this year. So Trump or Biden?
Come on, man. What do you think, bro? What do you think I'm gonna say?
Oh, you look like a Biden guy to me.
No, Trump.
Trump all day.
Trump, bro.
All right.
Man. Yeah, man. I'm going Trump, bro.
All right. Why?
Oh, look, dude. I'm not really into politics like that.
Yeah.
But and I don't really research it. But man, I feel like, dude, Biden is tearing us down, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and not only that, dude, but no one fucked with Trump.
Yeah.
Nobody fucked with Trump, bro.
Yeah,
Trump was not afraid for a confrontation, man. And
no, he's definitely not.
And I think that's for us being like a superpower, like a leading superpower in the world, we need someone like that. Mm. Do you know what I mean?
A real leader. Yeah, Joe Biden doesn't give leader vibes.
Yeah, no. And not only that, all the printing money, all this and that. I mean, Trump was a businessman, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and the economy is a business.
Yep.
No matter which way you see it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have him in office than Biden, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, quite honestly, but we'll see what happens. Whichever way it works out, I mean, I'm still going to do me. I'm still going to keep my head straight and keep going, bro.
Yeah. Just adapt and change with whatever happens.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Yep. You?
You'll be fine. Me, I'm not allowed to say. No,
Why?
I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, gonna vote for Trump just for a lot of reasons. But I had somebody give me an interesting point of view who I've interviewed recently.
On Biden?
On Biden.
Okay.
And he's really big in he's not real estate. He's very big in the stock market.
Okay.
And he says, if you look back time again, if there's a Republican in office, the stock market doesn't do as well. Kind of goes down. If there's a Democrat in office, the stock market shoots up.
I always thought it was a complete opposite.
No, because the Democrats, you know what they do? They print a shit ton of money. And money, the inflation, causes the stocks prices to go up and creates all that hype. And so he's like, I've never seen an economy this crazy, this big, and it's, this market values in my entire life. And he's like, I got to go with Biden because like it's good for me.
I mean, but you know what that also does?
What?
That makes the gap between the rich and the poor bigger, even larger, bro.
Yeah.
Like that, it's only going to benefit the people that are actually investing.
Well, that's what I think. I think, I myself am a libertarian.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a libertarian, which means like I'm for the people. I'm for having a strong military, and I'm for leaving me the fuck alone.
There you go.
Like, let me do whatever the fuck I want to do. You go do whatever you want to do. You can be whatever color, he, she, whatever, thing, gay, straight, bi, whatever, all the above. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I don't care. Like, that's fine. You can do that. Just leave me alone and you go do your thing and don't tax me to death and make sure we have a really strong military so that way no one fucks with us.
There you go.
And the problem with the Democrats and the Republicans is they divide us on really important issues.
That's true.
The Democrats, are like, everybody's, be what you want, be he, she identifies whatever you want. The Republicans are like, oh no, that's disgusting. You can never do those things. And then the Democrats are like, it's your body, it's your choice. And the Republicans are like, oh, it's against, religion, like abortion should be illegal. And they divide us on very key topics.
Yeah, for sure.
Close to home topics that affect your individuality. And I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
Because neither one of them really got it right. Especially for most people, like most people in our generation, no one really cares about your sexuality. No one really cares about,
correct.
People care about abortion. I don't want to say that, but it's just like one of those things where it's a personal choice for the most part. I don't think I've met too many people who are my age and against it, and then you got taxes and Democrats Democrats operate under the guise of, oh, we're here to help the poor people.
Yeah.
But really, people under the Democrats the rich get way richer underneath the Democrats, and they hide it. And the Republicans get rich when the Republicans are in office, but they're just more open about it.
Exactly.
And so it's just an illusion, because you have poor Democrats, you have rich Republicans, you have poor Republicans, you have rich Democrats.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I just think it's all a guise. But I don't really think that who's in the office is gonna really do much. It's just think so either, it's just who you want to see on TV for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
And I personally find Donald Trump entertaining. And I do think from a world economic standpoint, I think that Trump is more of a leader and strong than Biden is.
Yeah.
And that's it. So that's my answer.
I'm right there with you, bro.
Because I have to say all that, because people don't understand how I think. And I'm dishonest. So
yeah, I'm right there with you, brother.
Well, cool, man. So where can people find you on social media if they want to get a hold of you?
Instagram. I mean, that's really all I've got, man. Angel_F09.
How you spell Angel? Is the L before the E or the E before the L?
No, that's Angle.
Angle.
ANGEL.
Angel
_F09. Yep.
F09. Angel_F09. So if you guys want to get into real estate, learn how he did it. He'd probably mentor you, teach you. He's got a team of realtors or people that he's working with.
I actually am looking for someone who is young, hungry. I've got 2 people in mind right now.
Yeah.
Who want to learn about flipping homes, man.
Yeah.
And want to help me in that space. And then, eventually get your license and, I could teach you the other side.
Yeah. And this is no bullshit, guys. He's not like, hey, buy my course. I'll sell you, for $5,000. I'll teach you everything there is to know about real estate and you'll be an expert. It's like, no, he's going to give you real on the world training. Like people on my show, they're real fucking people. They're not billionaires. They're just, successful entrepreneurs that are, for the most part so far, early in their careers. So this is a good time to catch him before he gets too big, He'll be the next, Grant Cardone. But
yep.
All right. Well, cool. You guys know where to reach him. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you got something out of this that you can take home with you. Anyways, catch us on the next one.